The Young and the Restless spoilers Tuesday, September 17. Nick derails Sharon. Billy rejects Chelsea. Phyllis scheme works. Sharon's trap for Daniel. Nick plans intervention. Sharon case addresses insider details ahead of Sharon Newman's 30th anniversary occasion. Greetings to all Young and the Restless fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers Tuesday, September 17. Nick derails Sharon. Billy rejects Chelsea. Phyllis scheme works. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, September 17, reveal that Billy Abbott will stick to his decision. We'll see Billy dig his heels in with Chelsea Lawson, so he may reject her attempt to fix effects between them. Chelsea lately took Billy's bifurcation decision enough well and defied the appetite to maintain for another chance. Of course, Chelsea could change her mind as the reality of losing Billy ever sets in, but he's not going to budge. Over with Phyllis Summers, she'll scheme again and hope she can give Billy the drive he needs. Phyllis made a pitch in expedience of scoring a job for Daniel Romalotti Jr. and herself, so she may get intolerant and pressure Billy for an answer. Billy will ultimately hire Phyllis as Abbott, Chancellor's suzerainess. But what about Daniel? Will Billy agree to give Daniel a position as well, or suggest they should see how effects go with Phyllis first? Either way, Phyllis will rub her title in Lily Winter's face laterally during the week of September 16 to 20, so Yander suckers will want to stay tuned. At Crimson Lights in the meantime, Daniel could be in grave peril since Cameron Kirsten wants Sharon Newman to take fatal action against him. Sharon will get Daniel to talk effects out with her on the yard, so this will supposedly be step one of the crooked plan. The good news is Nick Newman will arrive and stop Sharon from doing commodity she might lament latterly. The bad news is it may only be a temporary result since Cameron is really locked into this minatory plot. Once Nick shows up and asks if everything is ok, Daniel may take that as his cue to leave. Nick will smell that Sharon is rattled, so his enterprises will grow despite her solace. The further disquieting guest Nick substantiations, the further prognostications he'll make about all this ending in disaster if they're not careful. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon will make some wild moves in the coming weeks, so stick with us for updates on how far Cameron will push her. The Young and the Restless Monday, September 16 recap Sharon's trap for Daniel. Nick plans intervention. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Monday, September 16, reveals that Cameron Kirsten will keep pushing Sharon Newman to act, so he'll drop hints about wiping out Daniel Romalotti Jr. to ease her heartbreak. Sharon will ultimately bolt from the cabin and head to Crimson Lights, where she'll snap at Esther Valentine and have to cover with some justifications. At Society, Nick Newman will map with Mariah Copeland and Faith Newman about how to help Sharon, who missed a Croker's appointment according to a communication left with Cassidy First's receptionist. Nick will recall how scary effects were before Sharon entered her opinion, so he'll want to be redundant conservative now. After Nick principally suggests an intervention, he'll suppose perhaps they should join Sharon for some group sessions with her Croker too. At the cabin, Nick will leave Sharon a voicemail and lie that it's about Faith in expedience that she'll call him back. Faith will be upset over this whole situation, but she'll contend on being part of Nick and Maria's sweats to help Sharon. At Daniel and Heather Stevens' extension, they'll get into a big argument about whether moving down from Genoa City is the right call. Lucy Romalotti will weigh in ultimately and act like Heather's being completely illegal. Once Lucy stomps off, Heather will complain about Daniel not backing her up. Daniel will side with Lucy since running down from problems isn't the answer, so Heather will throw it in his face how he left his family in Savannah. After Daniel leaves the extension in a huff, Heather and Lucy will have a heart-to-heart that helps ease the pressure a bit. Back at the coffee house on Monday's Young and the Restless occasion, Sharon will spot Daniel as he enters and sits down at a table. Cameron will advise Sharon not to blow this and dread Daniel out since she might no way get another chance. Next, Sharon will approach Daniel and ask him to join her on the yard, but he won't suppose that's such a good idea. Still, Sharon will keep their commerce polite and will suggest there are many effects she wants to clear up. While Sharon putatively lures Daniel into a trap at Cameron's prompting, Nick will get Esther on the phone. Esther will admit Sharon isn't acting like herself at Crimson Lights, so Nick will ask her to keep Sharon in the coffee house until he can get there. At the GCAC, Claire Newman will partake a handbasket of French feasts with Kyle Abbott and spot Victoria Newman with Cole Howard as they come downward together. It'll be egregious what Cole and Victoria were doing. There'll be some awkwardness once they join Kyle and Claire for regale. Claire and Kyle will also face questions about their hang estual session, but they'll act like they're just musketeers. Once Cole offers updates on his endless GC move, he'll suggest perhaps Claire can visit England with him when he gets the rest of his effects. Claire will invite Kyle to be the stint companion of their family trip, so he'll be on board with that idea. After Kyle leaves, Claire will stick to her fellowship story despite Cole and Victoria inferring else. Victoria and Cole will avoid markers when it comes to their own relationship, but they'll feel eager to see where effects go. At the Abbott manse, Kyle will smile as he flashes back to his earlier kiss with Claire in the domain. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Claire and Kyle's romantic future will come with some obstacles, so we'll bring you more prognostications on all the tricky news ahead. The Young and the Restless. Sharon Case addresses insider details ahead of Sharon Noonan's 30th anniversary occasion. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman has faced her fair share of desolation over the times in Geno City, since Sharon frequently lands in heartbreaking situations that forces her portrayer to turn on the waterworks in numerous of her stories. Sharon Case talked about that and a lot more in an interview with Television Companion ahead of her 30th anniversary occasion, which will state on September 24. Although Case doesn't mind playing a worried Sharon Newman, there's one thing she admitted she's not fond of. "I do a lot of sad stories," Case said. "Not to be too shallow or anything, but my first response to reading that in my script is, oh no, further leak-proof makeup?" It turns out Case absolutely hates wearing it, so she tries to avoid it whenever she can. Still, Sharon does plenitude of crying on any given day, so there are no doubt times when going leak-proof is necessary. That said, Case does not mind all the drama or the complexity that comes with portraying a character who has bipolar complaint. Sharon's condition is clearly a huge factor in her current story, with Cameron Kirsten, who's plaguing her in her own mind. That plot will collide with some flashbacks as the show reflects on Sharon Case's 3 decades at Young and the Restless. Sharon is an addict fave, but Case suggested her prospects were low when she first joined the show in 1994. Since detergents can be a revolving door at times, Case couldn't be sure she'd stick around. Fortunately, Case is now marking 30 times since she took over the part, so it's safe to say her run as Sharon Newman has been a success. As for what the future holds, Case seems eager to keep challenging herself with new material and all the Sharon marvels that observers have come to anticipate. "For me, playing Sharon becomes more intriguing all the time, not lower," Case said. "Our prognostications point to Sharon's special occasion, tying in with some major Cameron developments as Yandar builds to a jaw-dropping climax. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Sharon will unleash further chaos. So stay tuned for updates on all the intimidating news to come. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.